I've been warning my audience that crypto was about to get political, and it certainly has done that over the last year. It's been an incredible journey. Recently, we just had the first ever spot Bitcoin ETFs approved. The largest asset managers in the world are signing up to get into crypto. We've got other politicians that have been pro-crypto. We've got some that have been extremely anti-crypto, and one of them just flipped bullish today. I want to talk to you about this big story where Elizabeth Warren just got bullish on crypto, and I honestly don't know how to feel about it. We're also going to talk about the crypto.com exchange and what comes next, what we're seeing out there, and why I am still very bullish on this token, and something that I'm seeing in the charts that leads to a potential massive explosion for CRO that goes very well with this very interesting signal now that an anti-crypto politician has flipped pro-crypto. What comes next? Let's get into it, guys. If you like the content, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Crypto Kip, and today, Senator Elizabeth Warren did this. Breaking news, Elizabeth Warren signs a certificate to honor Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto with a ceremonial flag flying. Americans are forever grateful. There is her signature. I am so confused because historically, Senator Elizabeth Warren has said it's for drug trafficking, money laundering, for crimes, illicit activities. Bitcoin is no good. Crypto's no good. And now all of a sudden, she flips bullish. Well, what changed, might you ask? Well, maybe it has to do with the donors and the money. You see, for the first time in history in the United States of America, the spot Bitcoin ETF was just approved. And over the course of just about a little over a month, we've seen BlackRock and Fidelity now holding over 191,000 Bitcoin. That's over $10 billion worth of Bitcoin in their portfolio. That means there is a huge demand for Bitcoin from their customers, some of which are probably donors to politicians. Also, they're constituents for politicians that get elected. So my point is, when I say, and I have been saying, that crypto's about to get political, it is not good when it comes to gaining voters, in my opinion, to be anti-Bitcoin. Bitcoin is for the people, and anybody that is anti-Bitcoin is basically coming out and saying they are not for the people. That is my opinion. That's not financial advice. We believe in Bitcoin on this channel. That's why we started the channel in the first place. This is a very interesting narrative. I don't know if this is actually a top signal or if this is extremely bullish. I don't know how to feel about it. Her position on Bitcoin flipped on a dime. But to be honest with you guys, this is something that we've seen time and time again. Honestly, when you think about Larry Fink over at BlackRock and Fidelity, you know, your Fidelity advisor probably wasn't recommending Bitcoin to you. In fact, I just talked to my aunt on my wife's side, and she pointed out that her Fidelity advisor a month ago basically shrugged off Bitcoin in its entirety and said, in a sense, for her to avoid it. That's the Fidelity advisor. As they're approving their Bitcoin ETF, the advisor recommends to kind of say, well, crypto's too volatile, maybe you don't want that. And then they went and bought $5 billion worth of Bitcoin. I think there's a trend going on here in the world where a lot of these elites, politicians, left, right, center, middle, I don't care if you're on the left side of the aisle, the right side of the aisle, they say one thing and then they do the other. Bitcoin is changing that trend. It's very interesting to see these moves happening, guys. BlackRock used to be bearish on Bitcoin. Now they own $5 billion, $6 billion worth of it. Now, crypto.com sees this trend. The CEO of crypto.com did an Ask Me Anything session in AMA where some of the supporters of the crypto.com exchange asked him one question in particular, about his customer service functionalities and about the future of this exchange. And one of the comments that he ended up saying is they're going to continue to invest in themselves, and they're going to continue to invest in building out this application, building out their exchange, because they see that crypto, which is currently a $2 trillion asset class overall, is going to grow to at least $10 trillion. That is the CEO of crypto.com's prediction. And so they're investing. They're doing the advertising with Formula One racing. They're doing the advertising with the UFC deals, and it's paying off because their user base is expanding. You've seen crypto.com's inflows into the exchange growing month over month. This is something we've been talking about on this channel regularly. If this is news to you, then you better subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, because we've been tracking this very closely. It's an obvious trend that's coming. And if you don't believe me just in telling you about it right now, well, why don't you go ahead and look on the App Store? Do me a favor, go to your App Store and type in crypto. And what do you see? You see crypto.com. You see it's ranked number 30 in finance. It's an ad, so they're paying for more advertising exactly because why? They know that more users are coming into crypto. They know that this trend is going in the right direction. Elizabeth Warren is now flipped. BlackRock is flipped. We see so many people flipping bullish on crypto. Crypto.com is ranked number 30. Coinbase, you can't see it. I know my banner's in the way, but is ranked number 29. It is one spot behind. Crypto.com is one spot behind Coinbase. These are the top apps in crypto, guys. When it comes to mass crypto adoptions, if this bull cycle comes as we've been anticipating it will, and all the signs are looking good right now, the top exchanges in the App Store are probably going to get some of the most volume. Not to mention they're supporting some other communities. They just did an AMA with the Solana Foundation, had folks speaking this morning as well. There was also a session for the Cronos team where they actually did a AMA all talking about crypto gaming, and I'm going to pull that up for you guys as well. So they did an NFT and gaming Twitter Spaces earlier this morning, talking about more of the development. There's undoubtedly developments going on in crypto. Right now, if you look at the Cronos ecosystem, you're not seeing a lot of these coins pumping, but don't forget, guys, BlackRock, Fidelity own now $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. Elizabeth Warren's flipped. We're coming up to the Bitcoin halving. There's a bull cycle coming. And so you might look at these go, well, this ecosystem's not doing too well, because when you look at these charts, you see, over the last 7 days, a couple of these things are doing well, but really there's not any tremendous gainers. You see, we've been talking about DeFi on Bitcoin lately. Obviously, there's been an insane trend going on with Solana as of late. But my theory to you is that Cronos only launched their smart chain, the Cronos chain, in 2021 in November, right at the peak of a bull market. They haven't even had a bull cycle where their chain existed. CRO is a utility token for the Cronos chain. Not to mention, if people are downloading the crypto.com app in the App Store and crypto is going to be as big as everybody thinks it's going to be, who's going to take on the most users? Who's going to be making the most money? Who's going to get the most users into their DeFi protocols? Can Cronos outperform Avalanche because the marketing efforts of crypto.com? Maybe. It's a hypothesis. I like to compare crypto.com and Binance Smart Chain, Cronos versus BSC, and Binance versus crypto.com. I think that Cronos personally is very undervalued, and there's something in the charts that I wanted to share with you guys. Besides the fact that Bitcoin has been moving up and breaking out as of late, if you just look at this chart, we've absolutely been exploding, had a beautiful bounce off $38,000, a key level that we've been talking about on this channel. I still leave the opportunity for a big correction on Bitcoin on the table. But in the meantime, as Bitcoin's been rallying, if you look at CRO versus BTC, what you're going to see is that in the history of Cronos versus BTC, crypto.com coined versus BTC, you see that there are, let's call it resistance and support, right? We've made a higher low back in 2021 from 2019. And we are now making another higher low back in 2023 in October. And now we're coming down one more time, hopefully just one more time, to test down to 2024 February, bounce off this blue line. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm looking at this and I'm getting rather excited about CRO in particular with this broader trend we're seeing in crypto as potentially one of the leading exchanges. After we see maybe this little 5% drop and bounce off this blue line, which would be, again, a higher low, that could be the moment, guys, where we see Cronos finally take off and have what I believe could be a very epic rally. If you look at it, maybe even 1,000% gains, 800 to 1,000% gains for CRO versus BTC, which means obviously CRO is going to go up versus the dollar. Now, this is just one token. I got a lot of folks on this channel that are subscribed to us that like Cronos. I'm very bullish on Cronos, but there's other great plays out there. We've been talking about Alex making tremendous gains on Alex token. My partner on this channel made a lot of money on Solana recently and on Bonk and took profits beautifully. We're going to try to keep you guys up to date with all the plays that we're making here, up to date with the newest, latest, and greatest going on in crypto today. Elizabeth Warren flipped bullish for crypto. A lot of good things are going on. BlackRock and Fidelity are continuing to buy, and people are building Bitcoin DeFi for the very first time. Cronos and crypto.com are developing themselves, preparing for this bull market I believe is coming. I think the signs are right in front of us, right under our nose. Do you? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. That's all I got for you in this one, friends. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to DCA HODL. Until next time, guys, I got 2 videos for you right here if you want to check them out. Peace, y'all.